So, last session, the avant-garde spent some time formulating plans and figuring out their goals. In the last few moments they have of free time before they depart towards Palelight to take on Ysildur's forces and potentially find his phylactery. During this course of planning, one of the things you were able to do was find a special spell that would allow you to, with the help of a creature from another world, go to another world, potentially. With that, you decided to delve deep into the Underdark to find where Garishtal's essence was reformulating, where it had gone back into this strange slumber, as he was once like so many ages ago. You awoke him, talked with him, and were able to convince him that you all would send him home. With that, Garishtal has promised to help you in return for you sending him home. But he has threatened that if you somehow go back on your deal, he will bring full judgment upon you all personally. That is where we left off the session, and where we pick up today.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, what was the exact wording on the deal? Was it he was going to help us get into Palelight, or he was going to help us deal with Usador?
He would help you deal with Isildur.
Okay.
In whatever way you need him, you have access to Garishtal. All he requests is that he is sent home. Eventually, once this is done.
Okay. Cool.
So you all are, So did you want to teleport back now, or do you wish to still speak with Garishtal for a few moments in his lair?
Was he given a plan that we have, or was it just you help us, we're going to send you back, and that was
Pretty
it?
much that's where you guys left off. Was you had
Okay.
you've basically made an alliance with him. To what extent is not fully known yet.
All right. I advise that we are transparent with him now. There's no point in lying.
Agreed.
Because realistically, what do we want him to do? Like, obviously, one is to help us invade Palelight, right?
Mm-hmm.
And second would be to help us defend the mountain.
Yes.
And help us do those two things, we can guarantee get him back home, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just have to cast a spell, so.
Yeah. Okay.
As long as I am alive and with spell slots.
Alright, so did you already transcribe it into your book?
Yes, we did that before we came here. I wasn't going to come here without knowing the spell.
Well, I mean, you could have just had a scroll. I wasn't sure.
No, I wanted to know it because it's conjuration and I can get that. I could get it easily.
Like perhaps half
quote
time.
unquote easily.
Yeah.
Still 7 hours, and I had the magic paper on me, so.
Okay. But yeah, before we leave, um, I
I'm just
feel, I feel you would like to know what it is we're actually asking of you.
Of course.
Isildur is a lich, thousands of years old. We already planned on dealing with him. But we are going to need allies. There are primarily two things that we need. First, we need your help storming a city that holds this phylactery. Once dealing with that, we will now have the ability to actually finish him off for good. And second, we're going to need to repel his forces against the mountain that we are stationed at. If those two things can be accomplished, and we all survive, we can get you back home.
This mountain, is it the heart of this kingdom?
Yes.
I will help you then. I will need my blade back, though.
Where is his blade?
Where do you have his blade?
No, not fair.
I don't think so.
Do you
No, because it was
wanna-
too big. I wanted it, but it was too big.
It's a magic item. Do you
Does
wanna?
Elric have it?
Do you wanna make a
No.
history check, Ganesh? I know where it is.
Maybe give it to somebody?
Sorry,
I think it was a great
I've
sword,
never
and that may have
done-
been why I didn't take it.
I'd say Seer or Gamesh can roll a history check.
I'm waiting on my,
Do you want to do it? I get advantage on these.
I mean, you can go ahead. I forgot to roll. I haven't even opened up my roll 20 yet. I'm so behind.
24?
24. So, I'm going into your notes because it's in your notes.
Oh, of course it's. Of course.
Just control
Um,
F.
So
Yeah,
basically,
roll
it is. It was given. Well, it was taken by Stradavan,
Okay.
the gold dragon. He took it for safekeeping. So he's the one that has it.
Fair. Alright, cool.
Oh god. Yeah, we have to tell Stradavan we let this fucking guy out.
Cool with it.
I'll do that part.
He did offer to let us see it sometime. So.
I was just there.
If only we had gotten the order. It's fine.
Knock knock. Hey, back again. Quick thing.
So.
I need a sword.
Yeah. Remember how Gerishtal was like a problem?
A problem.
Mhm.
A little tiny issue, you know.
Now we're making him someone else's problem.
Yeah.
As you should.
But we kind of need the sword that you have.
Oh.
Also, while Ganesh is giving Garishtal the rundown, can I use a third level spell slot to cast Sending to Adler? And word counter my old friend. I need to warn him about Garishtal.
Okay, what do you say to him?
I'm gonna tell Adler, we're bringing Garishtal back to the mountain. Don't freak out. He's working for us now. I promise he's under control.
There is
That is a lie. We cannot control this guy.
there is the longest pause you've
Pause.
ever felt with a sending spell, knowing that the individual is preparing a response. You
That's a long,
fucking
deep breath.
what?
Fucking what, mate?
I
I'll-
never expected this from you all. But
Never expect the unexpected.
I guess if he's on our side, fine.
That's funny as hell.
I feel so bad for Adler. The amount of crazy shit we've pulled. He's just had to be like, take a deep breath and be like, okay.
Listen, we're trying to save.
This is
Trying to change the
happening.
material plane.
What has my life come to?
Yeah.
Is the last words of his response.
You're
Listen.
welcome.
Yeah. So you want him on our
Okay.
side to fight the evil lich?
We need allies.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. That means we also got to talk to.
Quick
I gotta make
question.
it my way
What
to
do we
Stefan.
know about Isildur's forces?
A lot. I have a bunch of notes on him.
Because, like, are we expecting to fight, like, a lot of things? Or is he more like he has an elite group of people?
Lots of things.
Lots of things. Okay.
Primarily
To figure out
fiends.
what armor I should wear, and it depends on what we
Fiends
think
are
we're gonna be going
his.
against.
So what we know of, fiends are his primary forces. Specifically, demons, I think, are the ones that he seems to have the most of. But he does have other creatures that, like, he had doppelgangers that were doing things for him. So we don't know the full extent, but most of them are going to be demons, most likely.
I
Do
can send a
demons deal
screenshot.
fire damage?
They steal it?
Yes.
We mean steal it.
Deal.
Usually.
Yeah,
Okay.
depends on the demon.
I
I
should
think.
probably. I love my adamantine, but I should probably swap to the Dawn Martyr.
If you want,
Um,
I
Plus 3 AC and fire resistant.
Wait, do a lot of demons deal fire damage? Or is that
I
devils?
thought they more dealt poison, but I'm
I
not
might be
sure.
wrong. I might be wrong.
If you want, I can send a screenshot of my notes on what like Palelight is like.
Yeah. Graham, is there any way we can make some kind of check to know what type of damage demons generally do?
I mean, you
Because we fought a lot of demons.
I mean, yeah, you fought a lot of demons for sure.
I know they resist fire. I don't
Yeah.
think they deal a lot of fire.
Not typically.
That's usually devils.
Yeah, I think they deal a lot of poison, depending on the type. And I've already got resistance to
Uh,
poison.
so we know that the bridges are being guarded by Glabrezu. Uh, um, like at least one of
Two,
these
two
commanders.
edges are resident, Joe. No,
I literally said to ignore the one-lining cap.
I know. That's
My
the exact
caps
reason
lock was
why
on.
that's the exact reason why I read it like that. Okay, well, go ahead.
What?
So my caps lock got turned on accidentally.
In the little snippet that she wrote,
Undead
uh,
demons. Hmm.
an undead demon that is what?
So, do they count as demons or undead? Like, fiends are undead at that point, or are they both?
Undead demons. The
Wait,
demons
where
can't be
did you see
undead.
Minor
that?
demons patrol the bridge. Many people seem possessed or undead. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like demons
I
can't be
just I
undead.
just can't read. I can't read. That's
Physical
my issue.
forms.
Sorry.
There
Illiterate.
is a demon lord of the undead.
Yeah, that's a whole different
Okay,
thing, though.
got it.
Yeah, but
I
he's not
missed
undead.
one word. I missed the word people. I just skipped right over it.
I was like,
Okay.
oh,
Alright. In that case, I'll probably stick with my adamantine just to resist those crits. If we're gonna be fighting a lot of things, it's a lot more attack rolls.
yeah, definitely.
So it's not the +3 AC, but I feel like getting hit more times is worth being able to negate crits. Maybe. Trying to strategize. I'm not good at that.
Okay.
A lot of shit going on in Palelight, but mostly demons and some undead that we'll probably have to fight. And so
Yeah.
we can teleport into her house. Um, I would imagine with little difficulty, but who knows?
Who
We need to
knows?
figure out what spells we're having Thera cast in advance.
One, two.
Cause she's got those long-lasting spells,
I
but
asked my brother if he has any like items from home. Because I sure as fuck don't.
does your spell book count?
I don't think that came from my house.
That's true. It was in your house a lot.
Yeah, I was also in my school.
Graham, with the wind walk that no, we took a long rest before they got the scroll, didn't we? Or I'm confused. Would I still have wind walk activated the Syndicast when I went to?
No. Well, you
No.
you technically have it on you now because you've wind walked here for the most part
Okay.
through the Underdark. So you probably have a good like 3 hours left of it.
That's not gonna be long enough to get to the mountain then, realistically
You're
speaking.
still underground at this point. I don't think you've teleported.
Yeah, that's yeah, like that. I wasn't exactly sure where we were.
Well, I'm going to
Okay.
teleport us back to the mountain, so I'm sure since we can either recast Windwalk or.
All right.
Yeah,
Then
this journey's been a while.
yeah, because I'm gonna have to go back up to the mountain again. He's gonna look at me. You did what?
You just came here. What do you want this time, Ganesh?
A lot.
Alright.
I'm asking a lot this time.
Hey, old buddy, old pal.
Yeah, Stradavan, we
You do a
done way
solid.
back. We go way back.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So, what are we doing now?
I believe the plan was to teleport to the mountain.
Okay.
Um, just to get our forces, like, you know. back.
Fairdeer is not at the mountain, I don't think.
Where's Faraday?
Or is she? Did we leave her at the mountain? I don't.
So
Or like, were you guys at? Were we at the mountain before you guys went to where you are now?
yeah.
Okay, then yeah, that is where she is.
So
Okay,
they-
cool. I wasn't sure if we were in a different place or not.
Nope.
She just ran away. She's not there anymore.
She ran away.
Got nervous. She. I don't want to. I just want to be with my. I want to be with my girlfriend. I don't want to do this anymore.
Well, I mean, all of the from Faraday's point of view, as she stayed on the mountain, a lot of those people that they fought with are currently on their way to the mountain, giants included. While you've all been gone, Faraday, many of your friends, cloud giants, have all taken their strange flying mounts or whatever they've gained from Zaren's wreckage to get to the mountain faster than some others.
Yippee!
You do learn that the floating castle is currently still being repaired. As when magic failed, the castle fell.
Yeah, Yster told me that it took a tumble.
Yeah, so they're still in the
I feel
middle
like
of.
it is a very nice way of saying our house fell out of the sky.
Yeah, their house fell out of the sky for sure. But they are rebuilding it, and they're hopeful that it will be ready to fight in at least a week.
Okay. Sounds good.
So we'll have a whole cloud giant army, apparently. I was thinking we'd get maybe one or two.
No, you'll
Cloud
have
giants walking
pretty much
through
as many
water.
cloud giants as you had during the war against Garishtal.
Sick. Hopefully this doesn't wipe them out.
Mm-hmm. I believe if I'm...
That would suck a lot.
I mean, yeah, it would. Let me see if I actually have the notes available for how many cloud giants. 30. There are 30 cloud giants in total that are readying
Jesus!
themselves for
That is
fight.
not... Oh, that are readying. Okay, I thought you meant there's 30 of them total. It's like, that is not a lot of giants. They need
No,
to go home.
that's like combat ready cloud giants.
Okay, there's like common giants.
Yeah.
Great. It's like if there's only
There's
30
regular
of you
giants
left, you
that
are
are not gonna be
not
fighting.
fighting in this. Go have babies or something. Repopulate.
Fuck
Go
it.
have
Get
babies.
out of here.
The giant population is probably like,
You're on the brink of extinction.
yeah, at most I think the giant population in this area is probably like now 100.
It's
Oh
not
god.
terrible, but not
Hey.
great.
The 70 giants that are not there, however many of those that are not children need to like start fucking or something. Something's
I
gotta
mean,
happen.
there's a reason that this is also
Christ.
the giants used to be far more spread out. They're unified now. You know, giant communities at most typically had like maybe 20 individuals.
Yeah, but there were a lot of them.
Yeah, there were a lot of
Yeah.
communities.
Now
were
this is
separated.
like every giant on this continent lives in one place, and there's 100 of them.
Yeah, cool cloud
It's
giants.
so
in particular.
depressing.
Yeah.
I mean, great for the little guys.
Yeah, I mean, there's a
but-
fuck ton of fire giants underground, but they're assholes. And none of them are my girlfriend.
You just make her go for cloud giant.
Yeah.
You could have had a fire giant girlfriend.
I love cloud giants. They're so cool. They can turn into clouds.
Just like you.
us.
Just like us.
He has so much in common with the cloud giants.
Yeah. That's why I took the cloud giant feats from the new book, because I was like, oh my god, you learned this stuff from history. It's so adorable.
It's awesome. So. What you doing?
now it's going to teleport back. We grieved Hairstall.
You're bringing Kierstall back?
That's what I told Adler. We should all form a circle around Garishtal so that way people don't attack him on sight.
Okay. He readies himself as you cast teleport.
Please, that's not
Where are you
awesome.
teleporting?
How big is
How
he right
big is-
now? How about to say that? How big is he right now?
Right now, he's still growing, so he's maybe about 40 feet tall.
He's a growing boy.
He won't fit inside, will he?
God, no.
Maybe if he sits down. But still,
He'd have to be prone.
that's like 20.
Okay, I mean, even then, he wouldn't fit long ways.
I mean, then we just have to teleport.
To the yard, I guess.
Yeah. Realistically speaking.
Teleport right next to the rib cage.
Yeah.
Good.
Do we have anything from the mountain? Do we have to roll for this?
Yeah, I think they gave us health potions.
Does that count, Graham?
Health potions?
Yeah, does that count as an associated object?
I feel like we're pretty familiar with this place at this point.
Don't you have a symbol from there?
Oh, I do! I do have a necklace! That's a symbol for the Paladins in Terra. Because I asked for that. Okay. I do have an associated object. I forgot about that. Yeah. So I guess I'll just try to teleport to the yard.
Okay.
With,
Just roll the 100 for me.
even though I have an associated object.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 to 100 I make it. Unless something horrible happens to us. 69!
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. The funny number.
Yeah!
Yeah, you teleport to the yard, and as you do so, you feel this power radiate throughout you, and suddenly you feel your chest is almost lighter as you are shoved through the material plane until you end up in the yard of the Terra. Immediately, there is a huge commotion as your feet landing on the ground after the teleportation is soft, as you don't really weigh that much. But when a 40-foot tall fire titan hits the ground, you just feel this very heavy, and you watch as thousands of soldiers who have been training and gathering, readying themselves for what's coming, all turn to look at him. He stands to his full height. You watch as he still is growing, as he's just been reformed out of this almost like stasis that he's been in. Looks about as you see guards just running, grabbing weapons, immediately pointing bows and arrows, and they see you standing next to him. They're not blind. They are concerned.
Yeah. Can I start waving my hands? Yeah, can I start waving my hands and stuff, saying just like, hey, stand down, stand down! It's cool, we're cool! Yelling.
It's alright. It's alright. Let them go. You see Alana Zaheen kind of runs down into the yard, watches the soldiers begin putting down their weapons. And they all just give her these wide eyes, because they know what they were fighting against. And this is it.
Yeah.
Sorry for the sudden change in plans.
It's fine. Adler just told me. Avant-garde. Garishtal. Welcome back. What can we do?
Yes, what can they do?
Yeah.
nothing as of this instant. Um,
We had to look outwards for unlikely allies.
I see that. You sure you can trust him?
We have a means to give him what he wants. So I think so.
Okay. I trust you. I never expected this.
Me neither.
He's not gonna fit in the castle. What are you doing with him? Is he going to keep following you?
well,
First. I need to go get something for him. So I guess primarily just keep the soldiers clear. I understand they're going to be agitated,
Okay,
uneased.
I'll do my best. Make sure he doesn't accidentally burn any of us. It could set things off.
I'll leave that to you. I'll put my hand on Sear's shoulder.
yeah, easy.
Tara, give them the space. Continue your training. And, please. Just go back to normal. She begins to walk away. Keeps looking about at her soldiers who just keep just glancing over at the massive titan. Watches it takes these obsidian, almost like clawed fingertips, and cracks them. You just hear this like reverberating sound across the field. Ganesh is getting my blade.
All right. Would I have enough time with the remaining wind walk to get to Stradivon and back, realistically? I'm pretty close, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you should be able to do that very easily.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm on it. And I will take the minute to transform into my cloud form and head back.
Yeah. You've once again fly up the mountain, over the citadel, and find your way to the old ruins at the top of the mountain. You do see the gold-haired Stradivon kind of walking about, who notices you as you approach and land. He slowly walks up to you. Back again so soon.
Yeah. This time you may not like the information.
The smile kind of fades. It's yet to be determined. Tell me.
Given the dangers of Usador, we had to make, an unlikely ally.
Who? I fear I know the answer.
Following in Graylin's footsteps, Garrus Toll.
And you're sure he's on your side?
I'm as sure as he was on Graylin's side when they made their first deal.
Well, You're not the only one who can send him back. What if Isildur finds a way, or makes a promise?
And he had more pull than I did. Than we do. There's a risk I have to take at the moment. We have to get to his phylactery. And the only way to do that is get through Palelight.
I assume you're here because you want his blade back.
Yes.
Well, I have good news and bad news. And
Alright, might as well start with the bad.
well, the bad news is I have exalted the weapon. Its latent power to cast Gate is now there.
Alright.
Just letting you know, it's a little stronger than it was.
He said the bad news is that it can now cast Gate that's stronger than... Okay, it's...
Yeah,
alright,
so it
power to
has
cast Gate.
it has the power to cast once a day plane shift, which was already an active feature on the sword, and now the spell Gate. You do know that it can also be. It also had a hidden feature of the spell Wormhole, which was an 11th level spell.
Oh, shit. Okay.
You knew that, right?
No.
Oh, we do now.
Yo, I mean, you did. You did know it. Seer literally has it in her thing.
Oh, okay, cool.
What the fuck is Wormhole?
It's an 11th level spell.
What the fuck does it do?
It's an 11th level conjuration spell.
Wait, alright, because 9th level is
mean,
Gate.
supposedly it transports you over a great distance, but also fucks with time when you do. That's how a wormhole works. In theory.
I need to give Gareth probably Isildur a talk.
Okay, alright. Okay. Alright, cool. Cool beans. Alright. Alright, the sword is really fucking strong. Got it.
Mm-hmm. That feature is not available. Like,
It's probably a
you
plus
can't
3
really
now as well.
typically cast this level of magic.
Yeah.
Unless there's very specific circumstances.
Circumstances.
You know,
Yeah.
Elven high magic and or
God.
god powers, or even the Books of Chaos are technically allowing Isildur to do it.
Yeah.
So,
You need some very strong third party
mhm.
interference. Yeah.
I doubt
Okay.
you'd be able to cast Wormhole. But if he found a way, technically, I believe it could also send him to the world he wants to go to. But that power doesn't exist without, well, magic being as strong as it used to be, as well as
Right.
Graylin. If Graylin was as powerful as he used to be, I think the weapon would also, well, enchant itself.
Understood. Well, even if he did, I guess it would be more of a problem of him being able to come back. Alright, but Gate. I don't see that being... It could be a problem, but... In the grand scheme of things, I don't think it'll be the most disadvantageous.
We'll see. You see, he kind of like
I know.
waves his fingers, and you watch his, almost like appearing onto his back. You see this massive greatsword sheath just apparates, and you watch as he pulls it out. Kind of puts it in his hands, outstretched towards you. No, I can't leave this mountain undefended. I would follow you to ensure he didn't betray you, but I cannot.
I'll put my hand on the hilt. Don't worry, Shadowbone. I don't plan to lose this fight, no matter the cost.
Good. Very good.
And I'll use my other hand and I'll brace for the weight 'cause I know it's about to be heavy.
Yeah, it's a great sword. Like it's not to the true size of him because it is a magical weapon. They do kind of
Yeah,
change
yeah,
size.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a heavy weapon.
Yeah. I'll put it over my shoulder.
Okay. Oh, technically, actually, it's more than just a normal greatsword. It's an ultra greatsword.
It's an ultra. What the fuck does that mean?
It's basically like the let me.
I have never heard that
It
phrase.
has the fancy
There's
gold hilt
so
to show
many-
what rank you are.
So
Basically,
many things about
it's
this
like
sword.
if you've ever seen like Berserk or like, I guess it would be like it's like an overly large sword.
It's an oversized great sword.
Basically,
Okay.
yes. It's
Okay, never mind.
It's
I
similar
got
to
you.
like what the other one of the other party members has with his greatsword because I think it's technically an ultra greatsword that he used as well.
Yeah, it's where it's like to like a creature that's large, it would be like a regular greatsword. Yeah, I got you. I got you. I think that's how it goes.
Technically, yeah.
I think that's it. Yeah.
If
All right,
you have
cool.
the strength to truly wield it, it does it a little bit extra damage.
Exactly. Yeah. All right.
But I
Okay.
could
Cool.
wield it.
Oh, I'm sure you can.
I mean, you probably could.
But I think if you're not actually like a size large, though, you still have to attack with disadvantage. It's like the
I
same
can
way.
be large.
Yeah. So then, yeah, it's like the same way that
I
if
like my swords better.
yeah, it's the same way that like if a gnome were to use a regular greatsword, they'd have disadvantage, even though they're strong enough to actually hold it. It's more about a size thing, not even about a weight thing. Okay.
Actually, it's basically if you have a strength score of 19 or higher, you're able to wield it without disadvantage. Technically,
Really? Is that in the DMG?
no, it's a homebrew thing that
Okay,
I've
okay,
done.
all right,
a
that's
few
why.
times. Yeah, it's a homebrew thing that I've done for my other party before.
Oh,
So it's just
Okay.
the thing with this weapon specifically.
all right, no, cool. All right, see, that's what was getting me. I was like, is this like something I've missed in like all my years of D&D so far?
No, no, no.
Well,
no.
it'll be official soon with the next version.
Right. Okay, cool. But that.
Yeah, you take a hold of the blade.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be scrying, watching from here.
I'll be putting on a good show, hopefully.
Good luck.
You two start on.
Nods his head and turns as he walks down. You can see the golden locks kind of bouncing as he descends into the ruins once more, doing his little patrols in his
Before I transform, like as I'm going into spending the minute to transform into my cloud form, as I look at the sword, I just think to myself, All right, Graylin. Seems I'm following in your footsteps. Let's hope this time this works. And that's it.
Yeah, you head back.
Mm-hmm.
As the rest of you are kind of chilling with Garish Tall in the open training fields, just outside of the castle of Terranak, you see Graylin. I'm not Graylin. Garish Tall kind of looks confused for a moment. You watch as the molten sun-like eyes close, and you can just see his mouth beginning to like almost whisper, but you can't make it out exactly.
Does it look like he's casting a spell?
Do you want to make an insight check?
Yeah. Good at those.
It almost seems like he's speaking for like a message of some sort.
Oh, someone sending him.
You see his eyes open. And as he does that, you watch as this little wispy cloud lands on the ground and shifts back into Gamesh's form.
My weapon.
I'll transform back into my regular form. Sword on my shoulder.
You see Garish Tall takes a knee, gets low to match you. As close as he can, being a titan.
I place it in both my hands. Hopefully this is a sign of good faith.
The hand reaches out, and you watch as the obsidian gauntlet has these burning fires. You know this entity, being within 30 feet of it, technically is supposed to burn you. But as he's getting closer and closer, the fires fade out until it is just a cool gauntlet as it grabs the blade.
You have worked in good faith thus far. If I can go home, I will have no regrets.
The blade in his hand is small, even being this ultra greatsword, this massive blade. He grips it as he begins to attune back to his item. It slowly begins to expand and enlarge, the blade becoming massive. Once again, his reach now reaches that of 30 feet with the blade in his hands.
Woo! That's a range.
He's gonna betray us.
No, he's not. Be positive.
No, he shouldn't. He has no reason to.
Exactly.
Also, we should probably warn him that Isildur is gonna try to tell him that he can send him back, but that.
I get the sense that he's like very self-righteous and wouldn't want to like dishonor himself by betraying us.
Well, I don't even think it's just that. I remember last time I did like an insight check to make sure that he was on the up and up, or something, or I got it in my persuasion. He's lawful evil, so he has no reason to betray us.
Yeah, he's lawful, so he's like holds himself to a high standard.
Yeah, but we should still give him the Isildur talk. Because Isildur will offer it, but Isildur will not follow through.
Yeah. I would honestly, I think that's a perfect talk for Seer to have.
Yeah.
Yeah. He stands back to his full height, brandishing his once great weapon. You can see
Yeah, so
Graylin's runic magic, similar to that appears on the axe in his boots, his helm, and his shield, kind of lights up as he fully attunes to it. And you can see even though he is this like obsidian being with no real discernible facial structure, you can see like a slight smirk almost.
oh, he's happy.
There's a big little guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big guy. He's probably
He's
almost
just
at
a
his
guy.
he's almost at his full height of 60 feet now.
Yeah.
He's almost fully reformed.
I guess seeing this, how he's got his blade, it's. I guess it's time for the Isildur talk. So Cyril will kind of step up.
Excuse me, Gershall?
Yes.
I just wanted to let you know that the Lich we're going to be fighting, Isildur, he's probably going to offer you a way back. He will never give it to you.
Thank you for your words of caution. I made a deal with you, and I will uphold my end of the bargain. I just fear being betrayed once more.
Rational. But I have no plans.
And then I back away because I don't want to talk to him too much. It scares me. But I am going to stay close so I can prestidigitation out any accidental fires.
Yeah. Technically, let me just inflammable objects in the aura that aren't being worn or carry ignite. So yeah, there is a lot of like the grass around him is just like slowly been engulfed. It's like when you see like that very dry grass that's like slightly on fire and you just watch it like kind of spread out and it just becomes like this like dark ring. It's just circling him out to 30 feet.
Okay, cool.
I guess we'll just let that burn out.
So, you see Alana kind of walks up with Adler in tow. So, you have your friend. I see you got him his sword back. What's your next goal? Are you leaving today, or is he just going to stick around till Isildur comes?
Probably be
Yeah?
We-
You have a plan?
I was gonna say, realistically, we might want to say yeah, because, well, all I use is my 8th level spell. So, I mean, I at least need a short rest, at least, personally.
I need to teleport us there, so I need a nap.
Well, I mean, if Cinti were to cast Windwall, she can use it on him
We
as
can't
well.
fly into the city.
Right. You can't. Okay, so
Is
yeah,
Thera here yet, or is she still like a day out?
Actually, while you were all gone, I would say Thera probably arrived.
Okay. So do we want her to hallow where we want to fight him here?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
It takes 24 hours to cast.
I mean, yeah, I mean, if we're gonna have her do anything, might as well
But
go have her
this
do
is
that.
everything that it does. It's very good.
I know,
It's
It's just
like
like
it's structured very weirdly in there. But
so. D- he's trying to get to the city Stratavanzen, right? Is that
So,
Isildur's like target?
The mountain.
do you want to
Or-
make um, a make an Arcana check for Seer?
Funny. I have to act like it's hard, or else I roll
20?
shit.
That's right. Like it's harder. That's funny.
It's true. My superstitions haven't steered me wrong yet.
1 second. So, with an Arcana check from Seer, based on the knowledge that you have about this spell, history-wise, and based on what the other party kind of told you about, the spell probably takes somewhere around an hour to cast Proctiv's Move Mountain. That's his end goal, is to just take the mountain. Range-wise, as long as the mountain's in his sight, he could cast the spell.
This information.
But do we know why he wants this specific mountain?
Yeah, because the Dawn Empire fell trying to get this mountain. He is rebuilding the Dawn Empire.
Okay, no, I'm saying that, but there's nothing actually here like tangible. It's just a matter of this is a symbol for him of victory,
Yeah.
almost.
Well,
Yeah.
there is something tangible here.
What?
The portal to the astral
Oh,
plane.
the astral plane. Okay, that's what I was talking about. I wasn't sure if that's like the thing that he wanted. Okay.
I'm sure it's twofold.
You don't know.
Well, no.
It's hard to say if he's going to choose to land on the mountain or not. But if he does, he is probably going for the city.
Okay, cool.
And we can at least hollow out, like,
And it will,
other
in the end,
lands.
the Theater of the Gods is as good as place as any to cast the spell.
Oh, he's just showing off. Gotcha.
if we don't want to wait for Hallow, she can cast Forbiddance instead. It doesn't do as much, but it does prevent anyone from teleporting in. And also, if a fiend or undead enters the area or starts their turn there, they take some damage.
Honestly, hollow is better, especially because I don't want to not be able to teleport
Yeah,
back.
I mean, Hallow is better, but it takes a lot longer. Forbiddance is only 10 minutes.
Yeah, but we're not expecting him to attack.
Also, Forbiddance only
Tonight.
lasts 1 day.
Yeah.
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 And we're
So
not
you-
expecting you sort of attack tonight.
Mm-hmm.
They need to do it.
So yeah, if Thera wants to cast Hollow, that is entirely up to them.
Yeah, she'll get on
But-
it.
But
It's a 60-foot radius area, so 120 feet total.
So where are we trying to put this at specifically?
Theater gods.
Because that's, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a big area, but this is also a mountain, so we have to kind of know where he's trying to go.
I mean,
Yeah. This is gonna be
Definitively.
like,
Best
ideally, this
bet.
is our final showdown area.
Best bet, the theater of the gods, or whatever it's called. That Grant mentioned.
Why would
Yeah,
he go there?
To show off.
yeah,
That's where the portal
essentially.
is. So
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
yeah,
Um,
that's the
so
space right in
then,
front of the king's tomb. It's where the Mad King fought his battle for a few hours while he was under the effect of one of the books.
okay. Um, with that being the case, I mean, we have to get her to Hail Doll now. Then, uh, but we're trying to take a long rest.
I would appreciate that. I also want to ask my brother if he has anything from home. I don't think he would, but you never know.
I got this
Yeah, this
homework I
is
now got to turn in.
gonna give Thera a point of exhaustion, but she should be alright.
Okay. Thera begins casting the spell. You all begin.
Has Stradamon ever met there?
No, but if you introduce her, it would be easy.
Okay.
I don't think Stradamon's gonna draw the line at having a cleric cast the hollow spell when he just gave you a sword to give to Garrett.
No, it's more of a just like someone has to go with her. Essentially, is what I mean.
Yeah. Do you want to go back for a third time?
No,
Luckily-
I don't want to do it.
Yeah. Luckily, the hollow spell doesn't affect him at all. Him being a dragon. So
Yeah.
He really actually would probably like prefer having
Here,
that
let me
there.
cast a spell that would hurt you in your own home. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. You're basically protecting his lair for him.
Pretty much.
I mean, yeah, for a long time
Mm-hmm.
until dispelled.
He could dispel it if he needed to.
Right.
Yeah,
I would need.
he can also just leave it there if he wants
Yeah.
it. What secondary effect do we want? I think either giving them vulnerability or us resistance to a damage would be good.
I'd say him vulnerability.
Yeah, and it would be any of those creatures would get vulnerability. What damage type do we think would be good? I think it can't be bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing.
No, let me read it real fast. I haven't done this in a long time.
There's a lot
damn.
of options. A lot of them, like half of them, are not applicable to our situation. We could do that. We can't be frightened, or that. Yeah, we can do any damage type except bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing for protection. Vulnerability for anything other than bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Extra
We
dimensional
can prevent
interference.
dead bodies from being created, like turned into
Hammer,
undead.
trouble,
But I feel like any undead he's already gonna have summoned.
affected creatures can move or travel using teleportation or by extra dimensional or interplanar means. That could be useful.
Yeah, I think. Well, that would. Okay, yeah, because that was only effective fiends in the undead. So we could either stop them from teleporting, or we could do the energy protection or energy vulnerability. I think.
I'm gonna keep it absolutely honest with you. My vote is actually on extra dimensional interference. I just feel as
Yeah, it would
though
prevent Isildur from like teleporting away.
yeah, this because that happens a lot with us.
Yeah.
Is our enemies always being able to teleport, and that would make it so like we wouldn't have to rely on counterspell or anything else to.
Yeah.
That'd be smart.
That's
So
my
we're good
vote.
with extra dimensional interference.
He's teleported
Between
out. A lot.
It's either that one, yeah, it's either that one or his energy vulnerability.
Take that
But
resounding silence as a yes.
are there any objections? And please do not hold your tongues. All opinions matter.
This is a big deal spell. We want to make sure we're using it correctly.
If there's any variables that I'm not accounting for, please tell me now.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I'll say if we do energy vulnerability, it'd be good for Radiant for me at least.
Yeah, it'd
Okay.
be really good for Thera too, because her spells do radiant.
But I didn't think that teleportation is probably the better play.
Yeah, that would just stop him from escaping, pretty much, which would be really nice.
Yeah.
And
Even
it
if it's not
wouldn't
just
stop us from
escaping.
teleporting, it would only stop him and his minions.
Yeah, and because demons tend to have slight teleportations.
Let's do it. Extra dimensional interference. Bam.
All right.
She'll spend the next day casting it.
And I guess while Thera's doing that, we'll be taking our long rest. Do you guys think it's time for me to get rid of the amulet of proof against detection and location?
If you have something else you want to use, then yeah, probably.
I don't even know. I don't even know what I don't think I actually have anything that would really.
We have those boots of speed that Chad's wearing.
Those are Chad's. I can't take stuff from Chad.
Right.
He's not using them.
I've considered getting rid of my Dreamcatcher to get the Wand of the War Mage.
I mean, because at this point, it's like if they want to see what I'm doing, they can just look at the party usually.
Yeah.
The main reason why I had it was just so people wouldn't know I was putting the books inside the demiplane, and that
Failed.
No, to be fair, it worked for a long fucking time.
Yeah, it did.
That thing that ruined so many of my plans.
I felt so clever when I thought about it.
Oh, you were. I literally had to change. I mean, it was always gonna be what it was that got him, but I was
Yeah.
like, how do I get them there?
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
It was one of the most clever things anyone's ever done in one of my games, for sure.
All right. I will. I kind of want to get the Ioun Stone of Regeneration, but like it's not like that strong. You regain 15 hit points at the end of each hour.
It can be strong.
It can be. Alright, man, I don't know. Do we have anything else that I'm not thinking of?
Seer, what do you got? What do you got in your bag of bag of items?
Well, let's see. I do still have the Wand of the War Mage lying around. Onto the tunable magic items, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Oh, we still have the Living Crystal summon.
That's a.
Is anyone wearing the Brooch of Shielding?
No. I gave that to Seer when we first started this campaign, and she never wore it once.
I have other things.
I don't imagine Usador is going to result to casting Magic Missile. but
But
it
it's
is
the
still resistant
resistance.
to force.
Yeah.
So that could be helpful.
You know what? I think I should be okay. It can still shield me from divination magic in general. It's like there's more to divination than just
Yeah.
scry.
Trying. They can't read your mind. They can't, like,
Yeah.
get to you.
No,
I
no.
almost
I'm just gonna keep it for now.
gave up my dream catcher, but then I was like, but what if he makes me exhausted by my dreams? Not that he would. There's so much going on.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I'll leave it at that. I'm ready to take my long rest.
I do want to ask my brother real quick if he has anything from home.
Okay. You head up to your brother.
A long thought.
His last homework assignment he didn't get to turn in.
I mean, pretty much.
Hey, you don't happen to have anything lying around from our old home, right? You know, the one you fled in terror from?
I do.
Borrow it?
Sure. Yeah. It's not much. It's just. It's the only thing I was able to grab before I left. It's a little embarrassing.
I just need something to help me teleport back to the house.
This is Teddy.
Yeah, you see he goes to his spell book, and he begins to flip through to the back of the book. And you can see there's almost like a it's like one of those pages that are kind of glued to the back, almost creating like a space for like a letter or something to kind of be placed in between the back hardcover and the last page. And he kind of pulls out this really old, stained looking piece of paper and just hands it to you.
I'll give this back to you when we get back.
Okay.
You.
I know you're going there to, go back to our home. And I would tell you not to. I don't know. If you do decide to, just, I don't know, if you teleport there, or if you find a way into the old house, I'd like a keepsake or something. It's the only thing I have. And I had good memories there, It was our home.
If I can, I'll pick something up.
Okay. Good luck.
Yeah.
I'll see you soon.
Yes.
You walk out.
Very carefully avoiding the ifs. Not in those statements.
Do you look at what the piece of paper is?
Oh yeah, but like after I'm out of his line of sight.
Yeah. You look at it, and the piece of paper is a childhood drawing that was on your family's icebox of when he was probably 4. And it's this like very colorful drawing of the family. You were only probably 9. You can see there's like scribbled lettering of Ma, Da, Sis. And then in big old bold, like red, like almost like crayon, it's me pointing down to a little tiny drawn picture of him. Um, yeah. It's a very cute drawing, but also brings back a lot of your memories.
Yeah, I'm gonna guard this with my life.
Good.
This is I just pulled that up. Put it in the pocket. Honestly, I probably put it in my spell book.
The safest place.
Yeah. Never giving that up. So
You all find long rests. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Okay. As you all settle down to rest, you begin to dream, and the anxiety of the day that is coming up fills all of you with a slight dread. And your dreams reflect that. Dark and ominous. But nothing too untoward. Aside from two of you. Well, three of you, actually. Seer and Gamesh, you have dark dreams, but you wake up and they fade from your memory. Faradir,
Huh?
you dream of an empty battlefield. You can see bodies on the periphery of your vision all around you. And you stare forward. You feel a warmth all around you, soaking through you. And you look down just quick enough to see large gash marks as you watch your own blood draining from you quickly. You look up as you hear crackling of stone and dirt and rock as a figure graces the hill in front of you, as you see the visage of Isildur. Oh, my dear Faradir. I think you should say hello to your friend Seer for me. I'm coming for you. All of you. I will tear them all down. With that, you feel something pull at the edge of your vision, and you can't help but turn your eyes to the bodies that were just barely perceptible on the edge of your vision. Cloud giants. All around you. The young, the old, the fighters, the healers, the queen, Eastrid. I need to make a wisdom saving throw as you begin to hear a cackling laughter surrounding you.
Please tell me that's enough.
How close am I to Boric right now?
Probably not close enough. I'm gonna allow you to roll that with advantage.
I mean,
So roll
that's
one more time.
almost
I know.
as high
I'm
as I
just
could
saying.
possibly get. So much worse.
Okay.
Wisdom is not her
Oh.
forte.
You
21 is immaculate for her.
at 21 is immaculate. That is a very, very good spell save DC.
But it's not good enough.
But you feel this horrid pain begins to fall upon you as you feel this fear, this loss just take a hold of you in your core. You feel that blood, that warmth that is soaking throughout all of you begins to mix with new warmth coming from your eyes that tastes salty upon your lips as you begin to just cry. Tears just begin to drain from you as you look up towards the visage of Isildur. You're going to take 11 points of psychic damage. And you gain no benefit from this rest.
Okay.
As this happens, and you're crying
I
in
already
this...
reset my long rest stuff.
I don't think you had much more to reset. Because you didn't really do much.
Okay.
I don't think you had a fight or anything. It's just... it's a feature of this.
Okay.
As this is happening, and you feel these tears draining from you. You feel a hand on your shoulder suddenly. You can't see it, but you feel a presence. Be gone. You see Isildur's eyes widen, and then suddenly the dream vanishes and you waken.
Great.
Senti, you dream as well. In your dream, you're walking through a wooded space. You feel the warmth and see the light of Chad upon your shoulder. Beautiful rocks covered with moss are passed by you as you see fallen trees and logs covered with beautiful fungi. There's a smell of decay, but also a smell of renewal. Suddenly, as you're in this dream, you see the flash of Chad grows exponential. Suddenly, it's almost like a searing hot white light that surrounds you. And you look towards him as the flash dissipates, and he has vanished. You grow worried, and you search around for him for a few moments. And eventually, you spot him. Somehow he is about 30 feet from you, standing on the precipice of some large clearing in this wood. You see his head turns towards you, and in his strange fire beetle eyes, there is a slight concern. You make your way to the center of the field. There, in the center of it, is a crater filled to the brim with thousands of Warforged. Some of them like you, that crawled out of the earth and have formed existence with natural things. But some are made of pure metal. Soldiers of a forgotten time, wearing vestiges and vestments of the Empire of Dawn. All of them together, dead. What do you do? A giant crater. The crater probably stretches maybe 80 feet from edge to edge. Stretches down close to 30 feet. I mean, there's so many Warforged in the crater that you would merely have to step in and you'd be walking on their corpses. Also, make a perception check to see if you would know where this is. 23. At first, it's hard to place. But then it hits you. You know exactly where this is. It's different because the buildings aren't here. You can see the edge of a cliffside just beyond your view. This is the King's Mountain. This is where the Citadel is. This is where the Paladins have placed their buildings. You're on the edge of the Forbidden Forest. Behind you somewhere is the capital of the Niviverine. So, is there anything you would like to do? Okay. Yeah. You step partially into the crater and bend down to touch one of the bodies. Go ahead, roll me an Arcana check. Or Nature check. Either or. These bodies are dead and lifeless. They don't decay. Even the ones that have chosen nature as a form of existence. The ones like you. They are just empty shells, devoid of being at the moment. And they're just empty. I'm gonna say no. You don't recognize a single one of them. It's just a strange graveyard. It seems, as you begin to think about that, I mean, yeah, you can feel that kind of like haziness on the edges of your vision. How everything is just not quite clear. This is a dream. One that you're still yet to determine if it's good or bad. It's in that state of flux. Don't know the meaning behind this. Chad will look towards you. Is there anything you can do? Can you return them to nature? Do you want to make an insight check? Yeah. Chad makes perfect sense at this moment. Is there anything you wish to do? The lifeless corpses stay in front of you, your hand still draped upon one of them. Yeah? This is up to you. Look at your features. Think of what you might be able to do. With a show alignment, the space fills with the color gray. There is a neutrality here, as this is a place with no real tie to anything. The bodies are inert. There's no evil upon them anymore. There is no soul left within these constructs. It's also something I will say. It is incredibly strong, that color gray, the neutral force that surrounds you. And you look behind you, and the forest almost seems to be choked with powerful neutral energy. In fact, even Chad, he doesn't look like himself. The colors float around him in such intensity that there's something weird here. I will. Chad begins to speak again. Would you just let them sit here? A monument to metal and nothing else. A monument to a forgotten war. Is that what you wish to become? What are you doing? How do you respond? Chad is very articulate for some reason. I don't know why. It's almost like it's not Chad. Yeah. If you want, you can make just roll me a d20. You begin to think on this voice, the sights you're seeing, and just the straight neutrality of whatever force this is that is speaking to you. And something clicks in you. You are not a religious individual, by any means. But, as a druid, you are well known with the knowledge of Sylvanas, the god of wild nature. A god that would, and probably could, dream a dream like this for you. Is there anything you wish to do or say? I mean, enough. You probably know that they are a, god of nature, neutral, and wild. Does not care for too much other than a balance between everything. He values all life. Life grows, it dies, it goes through danger and drought, fire and ice. It's a cycle, one that is not disturbed. It's strange to have a nature god share your dream of Dead Warforged. Lots of typing. What you doing? What you're gonna say? Okay. If you want to just let the dream ride out and not really say anything, just let me know. If you can't think of anything to do, we can just end the dream there. Okay. I seek change. Do they seek more from their slumber here? To be more than just a past memory of a long-gone war? Oh, you're fine. You're fine. If you were dead, would you seek more? Or would you be happy with a singular life? What would you say if you were to die in your next coming phrase? You fought in countless battles. You could die just as easily as them. What would you want? I'm in danger. What do you say? Are you still typing? Okay. It's just hard to tell. Mm-hmm. Oh, I get it. It's an important question. Do you want me to give you like a little bit more time to think on it? Because I still have Belrick's stream to get to as well. Okay. So, while this is happening, Belrick, are you there?
Yep.
So, you as well have a dream. You find yourself walking through familiar streets. This is Bastion, Mud gathers upon your boots as you step closer and closer to the location you seek. In the dream, it's not quite clear, but you recognize it when you see it as your home, your house, the place where you grew up. There's an excitement that fills you as the door opens, swinging wide. You see two figures turn towards you. You immediately recognize them as your parents, mother and father. But they are different. They look the same as they did when you were so young, even though you barely recognize those faces. And then the voices creep out. Belric, it's a pleasure to see you again, my son. They are strange. Not normal. Come, have a seat, my son. I've made you a tasty brew. A singular large cup is placed on the table as a seat is pulled out by your father, who silently looks at you with strange eyes. What do you do?
Would I be able to use like divine sense?
Sure. Post divine sense for me, please. Just so I'm reacquainted. Yeah. You immediately recognize this to not be who you think it would be. One of them is a fiend, the other not so. Using it, though, you see your mother smiles. Her visage drops, knowing the joke is over, as you see the hag that had trapped your mother for so long. Oh, Belric, take a seat.
Yeah, I'll just stare at her, but I'll also take a seat.
You walk into the place. You watch as your father's visage begins to shift and mold and change, as well as he backs to the far reaches of the room. As you take your seat, the visage of the hag slides the cup over to you. Drink. I think you'll enjoy this.
I don't suppose you're going to tell me what's in this drink.
No. How dangerous could it be? She walks, kind of brushing past you, puts a hand on your shoulder, gets really close to your ear as you stare at the drink. This is only a dream, after all. She taps you 2 times and steps away from you.
Does she like disappear completely, or just she goes
She
back to where
just
she
walks. She kind of walks behind you. She walks towards where your father is, and you turn slightly to get a look at them, and then you can't. You can just see this faint movement in the background, almost as if your focus is being brought back and focused on the drink in front of you. What are you doing?
Societal collapse is inevitable.
What are you doing?
Is Joe still sleeping?
Yep, I'll just down the whole drink.
You grab the cup, pull it to your lips, and as this strange green liquid begins to drift down your throat, part of it, misses and begins to drift down into your beard, and then drifts and drops in small droplets as you gulp down this drink. The second it touches your tongue, there is almost no way to stop you from chugging this. And eventually, once all of it is gone, you slam it on the counter, on this table, and your eyes begin to become blurry. Things begin to shift and change. You watch as the windows begin to swirl in on themselves, as light begins to creep and form claws. From the back of the room, you hear this heavy, almost like dragging sound, like metal on wood. And you turn slightly with all of your might and effort to try and face whatever this is, but you feel this presence forcing you to look away, as you feel a set of hands grabs you on your left shoulder, another set grabs you on your right, and they hoist you out of the chair. What a good little laddie. Now, come. I want to show you something. You feel yourself being dragged through the building, out on the streets. The visage of your house, as it begins to fade from you, is not the house you were born in. It is a burning pile of rubble. Ash and dust engulf the space, and you can just barely notice that the house next door, in fact, the whole street, the city of Bastion, is a burning mess. You close your eyes. A single blink feels like a lifetime, until you open your eyes once more. Trees surround you as you're being brought through a darkened, deep wood. Suddenly there's a singular clearing as you're brought to the center. You're dropped on the ground, your consciousness still reeling from whatever this strange viscous liquid was. You go and get onto one arm, trying to bring yourself up, struggling with all your might to do so. You look up and see the night hag. That creepy smile curls across her lips. Next to her, you see the visage of what once was your father, but has shifted and deformed itself. You see dark, familiar eyes. Belric. It's good to see you. See the visage of Isildur in full plate mail armor. Your plate mail armor. You see Night Song strung across his back. Your vision begins to clear more, and you stand on your knees, looking up at the two figures. How strong you are, Belric. How potent a figure you have come to be. I despise it. Do you have any response?
Yeah, I'll just say, yeah, I'm probably your opposite, aren't I?
Yeah, you are. You walk a path that I have grown to hate. How many of them would have fallen if they had not discovered you in those dark depths of the earth elemental plane? How different everything would have been. Well, I think it's time I do something about it. I think it's time that the great Belric Hallowvale fails, falters, and turns. You see the night hag, her smile gets even more eerie, creepy, disturbed. You killed my sister. I will not forget it.
Doesn't make sense.
Ready yourself, Belric. Your time is over. She begins to walk towards you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. Okay. You see the visage of Isildur smiles as Night Hag begins to walk towards you. You watch as her claws begin to outstretch as she is preparing to rip you limb from limb in this strange dream. Isildur himself pulls out Night Song. And as he does so, you begin to hear this soft melody off in the distance. It builds and builds until both of them look at each other. And then it crescendos, and you watch as the visage, the dream, shatters all around you. Your eyes flash open, and you sit up. Sweat drips from you as you have escaped the strange dream that has come for you. And then you hear it again. That soft melody.
I wish it was a little bit taller. I wish it was a taller. I wish it was
You look to your left, your right. It gets stronger and stronger. And then you blink, and suddenly you sit up again. This time back in that same wooded field, the small clearing. You turn, and there, stepping into the space, you see a young, charismatic, tall man with shoulder-length golden hair. You see he softly plays a small harp in his hands as he walks into the field. Ah, Balric. Are you okay?
I think so, but I did drink something, but I don't
Oh.
know what the effects are.
Come, play with me. We'll rid you of it. Do you play with him?
Yep, I'll play along with him.
Okay. You bring out your night song, strum the beautiful strings of Melil, as Melil himself strings the harp, and this concordant music begins to just fill the space. You watch as you can almost see the sound beginning to hit each other, and these two different sets of notes combine and gather and change, forming bigger and larger, more esoteric and beautiful notes that drift off into the sky and become stars all around you. The two of you play for what feels like an eternity, a beautiful, gorgeous eternity. And you feel better. Eventually the music does fade. Melil still will pluck at his harp, but only to have this soft, beautiful, trailing sound that kind of just floats in the air. I'm sorry they invaded your dreams.
I'll be back.
It was bound to happen at some point.
It was. But I try to protect your dreams. You're doing well. Of all the opposition that you have seen, you have faced it graciously. But this next one, I worry. But no, I will be there for you. The music you play, it is your own. But I am there with every chord, with every swing of your axe. I will be there for you.
Yep, I will just kind of just nod my head and said, I'm glad.
Well, I feel your friends are waking. I'll let you do the same. You'll see me soon. Smiles towards you, and your eyes open for a third time. You sit up and find yourself in your place of rest. No ill effects. You saved from the spell. Senti, you have your answer for your dream. Almost done typing. All good. So, feel free to just send it in the chat when you're ready. For the rest of you, you awaken. Some of you more well rested than others. As a feature of not sleeping by gaining no benefit from it. Faraday, you do take a point of exhaustion.
Fun.
Mm-hmm. And you all gather, freshly awoken.
I do have a question about how wording is. The Hollow spell says that the affected creatures can't enter the area. Does that mean like they can't teleport in either? Because if they already can't teleport in, then we could use the secondary effect for something else.
Well, no, the point was we didn't want them being able to teleport out either.
Yeah, but if they can't enter the area anyway, then they wouldn't teleport out because they wouldn't be in it.
Celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead can't enter the area.
Oh, it does say you can exclude one or more of those types, so we can get them
Yeah,
in.
you can, but then, you know, so we could make it to where only like Usador could come in or whatever. Because I think you can also exclude certain types of creatures even beyond
Can
that.
you exclude one or more of those types of creatures from this effect?
And then there's also like you can make it to where like certain followers of a certain god can't come in or this or that. So we could make it to where like undead minions can't come in, but Ysalador can or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I just want to make sure that we're not wasting the extra effect if they can't get in there to teleport out anyway.
Yeah, so you could make it so any followers of Ysalador couldn't enter. Because it says deity or leader, and he would be their leader.
Yeah, would we want to do that, and then only Ysalador can come in and his horde is like stuck on the outside?
That sounds like a plan.
And then we can still keep the teleportation or like extra-dimensional interference or whatever to prevent Usador from teleporting out. But that would force him to like face us head on. He wouldn't be able to hide behind his minions.
I feel like that would work. So is that what you want to do? You want to make it so only Ysalador can enter?
Is that good with everyone?
Sounds like a plan.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Okay.
All right.
You bar Ysildor's followers from entering, and you allow Ysalador to enter. Very good. That's the hollow spell done. So, you all awaken. Gather together. Anything you all wish to say to each other?
I want to let everyone know that once we get to my house, I'm probably going to look for a keepsake.
Understandable.
I am not sharing that it's for my brother.
We're close. The final battle with Usador is going to draw very close. Very soon. But it's not going to mean anything if we can't do this here.
And also speaking of Isidore, he did apparently try to invade my dreams last night.
I suspected that. How did it go?
It went okay for the most part. He used the visage of a hag, the one we fought, before, but I managed to help with helps of my god to break his spell.
Good. Anybody else?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Did anyone else have Usador bother them while they were sleeping?
Oh, yeah. Yes, he told me to say hello to Sir. So, hello, Sir. And he also said he's going to kill all of us. So,
I feel like you
not a
said both of those
great night's
before.
sleep. Also showed me all of my friends and family dead, but
He does like to
you
do
know.
that. That's a Usador classic.
Classic
Oh.
Usador. What a little
You know that
prankster.
Usador.
What a prankster.
Just loves
Uh,
interrupting your sleep. That's why I have this dream catcher.
um. Well, that just means that he knows we're getting close. He wouldn't waste his time with us otherwise. So, let's give him reason to really worry. Take away his last lifeline. After that,
His last lifeline would be Gringo.
what you say?
His last lifeline would be Gringo.
Second to last lifeline. Regardless, we're going to stop him. Don't really have a choice. Now, his ugly face aside. Everyone ready?
Yeah.
Ready as we'll ever be.
Okay.
I will also point out that Usador can fully dispel the hollow, but hopefully he doesn't.
Hopefully. Was Cincy
It's a
about to say
5th level
something?
spell, so he might have to roll for it.
Mm-hmm. Was Cincy going to say something? I saw you typing.
I think she's still. Oh, they're still typing their answer to their dream at the moment.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I don't know if they're done yet or not.
Okay. I didn't know if you were responding to what I was saying or not. But okay, just making sure.
It's all good. So, how are you getting to your location?
Well, we have to go in two different ways. Somehow we have to get Garristol there, which I think honestly just would walk into the edge of the city, have him charge in, probably. Or like, be at the edges of the city. You know, it's probably the correct answer there.
And then from there, you want us to teleport into like the inner.
And then I can teleport us into Sears' old home. Just hoping it isn't a pile of rubble.
So it's going to be us and Garistol, right? That is the only. All right. Okay. I will. When we get there, I'll cast Conjure Elemental, I think it is the one that I have with the staff. Yeah, I'll use Conjure Elemental when we get there. Just to give him a little bit more of a an assistance during the combat.
Technically, he can do the same thing.
Oh, well, never mind. I'm useless. My apologies.
I mean, no, you can do it. Like, he can have two of them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I will probably give him would be better. And I don't think a fire elemental would be the best because they're demons, so they're probably resistant to fire. Either earth or air.
Water.
Water. I think they're resistant to cold damage too. So
Wow.
it'd probably be earth. It's it's me. Everything's earth.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If it works, it works.
If it works, it works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wish I could upcast the spell.
Yeah.
Get him a Jin. A mana Dow.
Oh, we should. Oh, that'd be so cool.
But
There should be an upcasted version of that spell that can definitely do that. For sure.
no, Conjure Elemental it is. Remember, this one's through the staff, so it's 5 charges.
Oh.
That's what I meant.
Do you want me to exclude? You want me to exclude elementals from the? I guess we said only follows Isidore, so.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really use it. It's a concentration spell, so in that combat, I have more important spells.
That,
Really,
they would
kind of
also
guess.
affect Seer, so yeah. But
Yeah,
as,
I would-
yeah, we did say only followers, so that would be fine. Unless Seer's summons are secretly followers of Isildur.
Was it? Oh no, we get there and Seer can't go in.
Oh no!
That'd be
The most intense fucking fake out.
plot twist even I'm not aware of. Seer's been being a double agent this entire time.
It's just like he's waiting to cast a spell that snaps her out of her secret identity.
Sleeper agent Seer.
Although, I will let you know that if you do summon anything Seer, it will have to make a charisma save. Because even if I don't select it, if it could be affected by the spell, it does have to make a save if it starts its turn in the area. But if it succeeds, it ignores the effect. So,
The secondary effect or the primary?
the secondary effect.
I mean, well, most of the stuff she summons doesn't. Well, there's only one thing she summons that teleports.
Yeah.
So
That'll be something to
Like
know
it's
for the
not
battle.
it's not a huge hindrance, but just so you know, if
Yeah.
it could be affected, it does have to do that.
Okay.
Okay.
all right. So everyone is prepared to leave.
Mm-hmm. Garishtal is
Okay.
ready. He has his giant sword.
So again, just to inform him of the plan, we're going to teleport him to the front of the city. We just need him to cause as much as a distraction as he can. His goal isn't to reach the heart of the city or anything. It's just to draw as much attention as possible.
For as long as
He will tell you that he can do that.
All right.
And he says it in a way, I don't want to do the voice, it kind of hurts sometimes.
It's okay.
But he will say it in a way that makes it seem like he has something up his sleeve.
I will have full confidence in his capabilities.
Oh, before we leave, something I am going to do, is I'm going to cast, as a ritual, telepathic bond.
Yeah, sorry. And also, one last thing: do we want Heroes Feast
Oh,
for advantage on Wisdom saves and some extra hit points? And then
that
immune to fear.
that sounds wonderful.
Hey, you know what? Immune to fears. Yes, I need that.
If you are
This is what-
talking,
it also gives us immune to poison and being Yeah, immune to poison and being frightened, and it lasts for 24 hours.
Where are we getting the thousand? Where are we getting 1,000 gold pieces from?
Alders, or what's his name, said he would supply us with any spell components.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Which,
Whatever.
once you've gotten there, it would have taken a day to procure, but they were able to get you that.
Yeah, I would have asked for 2 of those, by the way, so that we can have one for the mountain if it's not within the same 24-hour period.
Hold up, let me roll.
Right, so we can do a hero's feast if y'all want to spend an hour and 10 minutes doing that.
Sure, nice good breakfast.
Alright. Let me roll these 2d10. Hopefully they're good. 10. We all
average.
get 10 extra hit points to our max.
So
It can be up to 12 other creatures. So all of us. Who else do we want to include in there?
Here, tall.
Gerstall.
Yeah.
Gerstall, yeah, he can eat. He can eat.
Speaking of him, does he want to be part of the telepathic bond?
Sure.
Is
Yeah,
anyone else going with
as well.
us?
No, it's just us and Gerstall.
All right. Well, we all get 10 extra
Well, honestly, I would say
points.
basically if you just want to fill it up, any prominent
Adler.
Adler, yeah, anyone.
Orlith is probably not here yet.
Yeah, he's probably still with Madame Deleu.
Yeah.
Okay,
So basically, anybody that you think Adler would recommend being part of it in case anything happens while we're gone, I think would be the best case.
So it's up
So
to
we
8
got
people,
6
right?
of no, it's 12 people.
12 people. Oh yeah.
So we already got us 6, and then Garrisol, that's 7. So the other 5.
Adler, Alana, Luther's here. Give him that. And then like 3 random guards, like 3 like higher up.
Yeah.
Hey, look,
Chad.
Terra people probably.
Brother.
Your brother. Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
yeah, your
your
brother.
brother.
Actually, yeah, we'll do the 3 wizards. Why not?
Yeah.
Wizards always need more hit points.
Oh, I guess we can.
always.
Yeah, we'll do the main wizards. So we'll do Adril, your brother, and then we'll also do Cassell, because he's here as well.
All right, and
Don't
then
want my brother dying, but
just keep in mind we're immune to poison and frightened, and we have advantage on all wisdom saves.
Good to know. Good to know.
great stuff. I see.
So
All right. Good stuff.
very, very.
All right. Any more preparation spells?
I'm just switching around some prepared spells here.
You also have 8 people for the telepathic bond. What's the last person for the
Yes.
telepathic link?
Probably Alder. But Alder.
Yeah, have somebody back home that we can
Alder.
connect with.
Alder.
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 Hey, Alder.
Hey, oh man, that could have gone a different route if I had given him like a southern accent, like, "Hey, my name is Alder."
What's up, Alder? How you doing?
Okay, yeah, but he'll take it. He will tell you in person and kind of whisper to you, "I don't know how I feel about being able to communicate with him." But
Do you want me to talk to Alana instead?
no, it's just
I understand, but
I'm
just-
just very concerned. But
I understand.
What-
Concern.
we've had to make many sacrifices over the years. Over the year. You know,
Yeah.
my first impression of
Over
you
the
was not
half year.
the greatest, but you were able to go to Farsalese while we couldn't, to hunt down Reshkaval's people. I still remember how it all went down. They weren't looking for you entirely. I'm glad that we could all be friends and that you could help us out so greatly. Don't die in pale light. Please.
He'll try not to.
You tried so hard to get away from all of that. Don't let the only time you've gone back be the end. I'll let you go. Good luck.
Honestly, I'm not worried about it not being right.
So, preparations are made. You're teleporting.
I think so.
Oh. This is...
There's down that spell slot for Hallow, right? She didn't get a long rest.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
She's coming as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So actually, that would have made.
Two of your characters are...
She's got lots of good shit.
So technically, one of you does not have telepathic bond.
Oh, Thera doesn't now.
Yeah.
She doesn't. She's fine. She doesn't need it.
She's good.
She'll just yell at you guys.
Honestly, the only reason I
Totally breaks
One of the last things, Garish Tal will say to you, Seer, is that if things don't go well on his front, he will probably plane shift to the fire elemental plane as a last-ditch effort.
That's fine.
So he won't be able to communicate with you, and he would have to wait a day to plane shift back.
Well,
Yeah, if he vanishes, and we get safe, I'll cast Sending. And
well, no. I'll tell him if that's the case, just say that right before you do it, because I might be able to bring you back without having to wait.
He'll understand. Yeah, he'll agree with that. So, you are teleporting?
Yep.
my house.
First to the front of the city, right? To drop off Garristal. Are we taking him with us to the inner portion?
We should not take him with us to my house. That would hold way too much attention to us.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So, are you... So you're just teleporting him to the front of Palelight?
Feels risky.
Or do you want to teleport to, like, the area around Palelight? And then he can kind of, like, walk up?
That might be better.
I'm going to move him for a sec. Just to...
have one of, like, the mages teleport him?
None of the mages have ever been to Palelight.
Fuck. That many high level slots.
So the town just outside of Farsleys that you stayed in is roughly like 20 miles away. It's the closest.
How high level spells can like Seer's brother cast?
Not high enough.
Not high enough. Okay.
He's not that talented. Not to like, you know.
He's not that experienced.
No, he's not. He's very young.
When he's like what, 8 years younger than me? When we
I thought he was only like 5.
I don't remember, man. What does my notes say?
Because 8 years means he's like, what, 16?
Yeah, he's not old. 7 years. Yeah, he's very young. So he was 10 years old when everything went off in Palelight.
Yep.
Oh my.
And he's been living the rest of that time in
Here was.
Yeah, he's
I thought
basically
three.
like Seer level, like when you first met Seer,
Okay, so third level spells.
basically.
Um,
Right.
I'll whip him into shape after this is all done.
You could potentially teleport to Farsleys and then just fly. That's using.
Wouldn't
So
that
would
be-
that
But
would
then
that be
that's
us teleporting him, or would that be one of the other maidens teleporting him?
there is a teleportation circle to Farsleys that the Terra do have.
Okay, so what
Or
if
would have
we?
access to.
So what if we teleportation circle into Farsleys? Garishtal tells us when he's in position with telepathic bond. Then we teleport into Palelight.
How long would it take him to get from Farsleys to Palelight?
Well, it's like it's close to 30 miles. It could take his speed is 50 feet. I'd say he could probably get there in a day.
What if we wind walk him?
Yeah,
If you wind walked him, he could get there in like an hour.
I think that's all right. But yeah, we don't want to waste too much time because on top of that, they'll see him coming if it takes him a full day to get there.
But he could definitely
Yeah.
wind walk there in like an hour for sure.
So
It's only 30 miles. It's nothing.
that might be what we want to do then.
CNT, do you think you can cast Wind Walk on us and Garishtal?
We don't need wind walk, but we might as well.
Okay. Cast it on yourselves. Using that, so the teleportation sigil is for Farsleys is located in Rankton. So you would have to fly to Rankton to use their teleportation circle that the king would have used, and then teleport to Farsleys. From there, Windwalk.
Wait, why do we have to use the one in Rankton to get to
There's
Farsleys?
technically no teleportation circle to Farsleys from the King's Mountain.
And I don't have it. Then.
They have access to the like permanent teleportation circle in the capital.
Mm.
You know, the King's Mountain is just a fort. You know, it's
Oh, you're saying they can't cast teleportation circle; they have to go to a teleportation circle.
Well, they don't have it memorized, I think, is the issue.
yeah.
It's not
Okay.
like me.
There's not so. Yeah, the wizards that they have here in, because you know, the King's Mountain is more for like paladins and rangers and you know people like that. They don't really have like wizards too much.
How long would it take them to fly there without even using teleportation circle?
Without the use of a teleportation circle?
Yeah, if he were just to fly from Rankton to Palelight.
I'd say like maybe 4 hours.
And how long if we fly to Rankton and then teleport?
You know, hour and 20-minute total journey.
I just don't know how having a Titan appear in Rankton was going to go.
You're not wrong, but if he's still in his cloud form, he doesn't have to shift out of it technically.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. All right. If he doesn't have to shift out of his cloud form.
Yeah,
then
you
cool.
can still teleport in your cloud form.
Okay, that's all I was worried about. Okay, nah. All right, that's cool. That works then. No objections.
Okay. So you all go into Farsleys as well, or you're just staying in the King's Mountain until you teleport to Palelight?
We might as well just stay in. Palelight. In.
The King's Mountain.
Okay.
Oh, you were good, Rankin? Okay, cool.
Or, well,
Either one, it doesn't really matter,
we
really.
want to send your shawl alone.
Pretty
Yeah,
much
that's
is
what,
what's.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think it's best if we go with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, easy enough to do. You go with him to Rankton, teleport to Farsley's, and you kind of fly with him to get an eye on what Palelight is looking like. Yes? No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Flying out of the city of Farsleys, high over the Inta Mountains, that kind of create this cradle, the shell for Farsleys to protect itself. You fly northward. As you do so, Seer, you begin to see, tucked at the north end of the valley, is the city of Palelight. A strange, dark light seems to emanate from it, filling the entire city with a feeling of a look of dread. You all land well away from the city itself, high up on the mountains. You sit there, waiting, listening to Garishtal telepathically communicating. And eventually, you watch as Garishtal lands. You see the 60-foot Titan raises his blade just outside of the city. Specifically, on the southeast bank, facing the residential part of the city of Palelight. As you see this great Titan, you hear him in your minds speak to you. They're gathering
on the walls.
You see he raises the sword and swats it through the air, and you watch a gate, massive in size, forms as he casts the gate spell through the sword.
My cousin. From the continent of Ascension. He is alive. I summon you, Megara, the Dawn Titan.
You watch, stepping through the gate, a similar-sized gargantuan Titan. This creature of fire, with multiple heads, multiple fiery limbs, steps forth. There is little movement for a few moments, until both entities made of flame and fire turn. And then you watch as they both charge the gate.
We got 2 Titans for the price of 1.
Yeah. You got very lucky that he may or may not have had his cousin accidentally be teleported into his old lair, allowing him to notice that my cousin's alive, and also now he has a sword that can cast gate. So like, why not summon your cousin?
Nice.
Nice.
Time to teleport.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You
To
teleport.
my childhood home.
Okay. You teleport. Roll a d100.
Yeah, with my associated object.
Associated object, yes.
Whenever we see
And rather familiarity, right? I mean, I would like to think it's rather familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
Sue would rather be safe than sorry. It's been
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, yeah.
56.
56. Okay. You teleport to your home. You all feel that similar, familiar feeling of teleportation. Your breath is taken from you and then given back as you all appear in a tiny, rundown room. Small figurines, seem to line shelves all around you. Weird posters are almost permanently taped to the walls, to the ceiling, depicting grand mages, propaganda of mystics past. It very much is a child's bedroom. There is age to it, though. A fine layer of dust covers everything. The window that once brought so much light and joy into space is darkened and shattered. Water drips in to one of the corners of the room, creating this giant mossy fungus that stands about 6 foot tall. The door barely hangs on its hinges, and ever so slightly just creaks.
This look familiar.
I assume it does. This is my brother's room, right?
Yeah, it's your brother's room.
Yeah. This is Boston's room.
Can I look around for a keepsake that I think my brother might like?
Make an investigation check.
No!
Wow.
Brother! I failed
Fail.
them.
You look about
Jeez, even a nat one's an 18.
for any sort of small object, some token of your life here, but you get distracted as you hear something. It sends shivers down your spine. You hear a frighteningly familiar voice. Da da dee, da da da, da da dum. Da da dee, da da da, da da dum. Oh, the mages go storming in. A female voice sings as you hear dishes clatter in the other room.
This is about to be an emotional moment.
Oh no!
Do we hear it too, or is it just here?
All of you hear it. It's the soft, beautiful singing voice.
Okay. So I'm guessing I would like kind of catch Seer kind of freezing in the moment.
Deer in the headlights.
Is there a bed in the room?
There is, yes.
Is there anything on it?
You see like a knitted blanket of what looks to be like some sort of like strange like blue owl. But that's it.
I grab that, roll it up, put it in my bag. Then as soon as I do that, put my hand on Seer's shoulder. Are you alright?
That later. You need to find the black jar.
Right. I will cast terrain dive at 5th level.
to give myself a tremor sense out to, I think it's 20 feet.
Hmm.
Um, do I sense anything?
Yeah, you do. There is two, like, motions, like two entities, just in one of the other rooms. One seems to be humming. You figure this is the one that is singing. You can just feel that vibration through the floor. The other one seems to just be standing, limp, above her.
One is doing
Like
the
it
singing. One
seems
is
like it, based on your like knowledge, there's like a rafter in the ceiling, like kind of like a large beam, and it's just standing on the beam.
uh, um I explained that to Seer in the party.
Well, we're probably just gonna have to. And I'm saying all of this to be telepathic thought. I'm not saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all this, yeah.
We're probably just gonna have to deal with it. So I guess we might as well just walk out, unless anyone has any sneakier ideas.
Yeah. I don't really. I'm gonna use I'm gonna turn my sorcery points into a fifth level spell slot. By the way, um, yeah, there isn't really much that I can do to be sneaky for this. It's kind of
Yeah,
a
I
we'll just
mean,
have to.
it's Cinti might have passed without trace, but even then, like the space is so small, I don't think
Yeah.
it'll matter. Um, if no one objects, we can just walk out.
All right, that works for me.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah,
I'll go
Cyril will go
first.
first.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
never mind.
Cyril doesn't want to go first, but also
Yeah,
like
I know this is
gotta get
hard
it
for
over
Seer.
with.
Yeah, I know this is hard for Seer, so I'll go first.
Okay, yeah. I will very happily hide behind him. Well, no, because Sears not gonna hide behind Gamesh. She's just gonna kind of walk like behind him and to the side a little bit. She does want to be visible just in case.
Yeah,
Because she does look like she did when this all happened, so who knows, maybe.
that is crazy. You do, you do. Oh my gosh.
Yeah!
Okay,
Who knows? Maybe that'll play in our favor. Maybe it won't.
I will make my way in the direction of the singing.
Farrah's gonna
Yeah.
cast Death Ward on Gamesh.
Ooh.
Nice.
There you
Good
go.
job.
You know how I like to die.
Yeah!
Yeah, she does.
You're always going first for me, that's the problem.
Didn't we say meat shields and barrier slayers?
Yeah. Trying to start
Oh,
switching my heat shields up. Parody, get up here.
yeah, it's okay. Uh, but yeah, I will make my way in the direction of the two entities.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, are we concerned about invisible creatures?
That's more my tremor sense. As long as it's making contact with something that is in contact with the ground, I can detect it.
Okay.
The only thing I won't be able to detect is an invisible flying creature, really.
Coolio. Save that spell slot then.
And besides, Lumberdoom has see invisibility and true sight if I need it. All right, Graham. What do I see? What do I find?
Okay.
What's out there? What's waiting for us?
So, as you step out of Basem's room, the door immediately creaks. Just the simplest of pressure placed upon it. All you hear is this loud. As the door opens, you step out into a short hall, immediately look to your right as you enter into a fairly decently sized living space. You pass by the wall that the hallway was set up to and look to your left and see an open kitchen. The ceiling above you is filled with large, singular wooden beams. Many of them are rotting and falling partially away. The ceiling of the abode is slightly broken in, and all the windows definitely are. Currently, towards your left side, is the open kitchen. And currently, with their back facing you, you see the visage of a female, currently working away at dishes. Her size is the immediate thing that worries you, as she is large and slightly engorged. The red hair falls away in tangles and is a clumpy ball of yarn, almost, from its general just disuse and mistreatment. You see the figure stops humming as you walk into the space. Seer. Sorry, it would not say seer. I'm used to saying seer.
That'd be so fucking freaky.
Luta?
Luta, is that you?
Oh my god.
You see she turns, and you can see this engorged face of greenish skin. You see strange little pussy, almost like mushrooms, are growing out of her face, as one of her eyes is 3 times as large as it should be.
Oh, I guess this is Mom. Right?
You see a deformed version of your own mother. Swollen
Do you...
and
Oh, wait, keep going.
grotesque.
Do you enter the room when I do, or you wait until...
No, I don't. I don't wait.
Okay.
Hi, Mom.
A smile crosses her face. And as it does, I'm going to end the session there.
Damn. Damn.
Let me get the voice, going again. She probably would say,
Welcome home, honey.
Oh.
yeah.
That sucks. That's terrible.
I know, I know.
That's so fucking terrible. You know? I thought it was just going to be. I thought it was going to be something that was like being puppeteered to the body, and like
I
it still
knew
won't
it
look
was
like her.
Mom.
No, I knew it was going to be her, but like I wasn't expected to be like this.
No, I was.
Well, you were expecting like a Daibok?
Yeah, you know, where it's just like kind of like it looked like her and everything, but like you're like, nah, warped in the forms.
I know, yeah.
It's great that Seer looks exactly like she did when my mom died.
Oh man. All right. That, and we still gotta figure out whatever that thing is in the.
I bet it's my dad.
Oh no. Golly, man.
Oh.
Good session.
Yeah, and I thought the seeing Belrick's dad was bad enough.
Right.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
See, players think they can get away with having their parents be dead. Graham said, "Oh no, no, you cannot."
Not when you're
Yeah.
no. Not here.
Not when the guy you're running from is a lich.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I'm like, nah. I was like, I'll let. I mean, you said it for me.
Yeah. You'd think that her feeling responsible for the death of her parents is enough.
No,
It's
not enough
not.
trauma. Not enough trauma.
Honestly, Seer kind of wants to kill them again. But like,
Damn.
I mean, this time it's understandable. This time it's like almost like putting them out their misery. No, but this one, it's like putting them out their misery at this point.
yeah, we're putting them out of my misery.
Screw them. I don't feel good
I'm
about this.
gonna head out, but thanks for the session.
Good night.
Thanks for
Okay,
playing.
99. See you next
Right.
week.
As soon as the humming was described.
Oh,
Yeah.
like, oh no.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. There was an optimistic side of me. There was like, maybe some people survived, and it was just an illusion.
No, my brother told me that they for sure fucking died.
Oh man. Oh jeez.
Mhm. Well, that's gonna be a fun session.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. But before we actually fully end, I do have to get back to Senti's dream, as
Yeah.
Senti did finish writing the answer. Death is a huge chance in and to life in many aspects.
That's a huge change.
Change. I'm apparently becoming dyslexic. I don't know what's happening. Like a pebble thrown in water, it affects those around who live on. Should the ripple be enough to bring me back? Should I still be needed as Senti, I would not mind coming back. If not, I am content with submitting to the change death brings me.
I read that like 3-4 times. I like that.
It is very poetic.
Good job, Simpty. Round of applause.
As you say that to Chad in front of these many, many dead Warforged, there is a stirring as you see his body begins to glow slightly, and then a singular flash blinds you. As it fades, you hear movement and look to see this grand almost I'm losing the word. These many Warforged that are laying here in this mass grave begin to shift and move and turn and stand. As they do, they look at you, begin to smile as you watch mushrooms begin to extend from cracks in their armor. The ways they all died begin to mend themselves with moss and fungus. Should you be needed, you will be permitted. Life always returns. Nature finds its way. That would be the end of your dream.
insane session tonight.
Oh, yeah, this is a good one.
It was for sure. I'm, I'm so happy I have the Dreamcatcher.
So, I do technically have a new spell for you, Senti.
Ooh.
Oh my.
It is a homebrew spell called Summon Warforged.
Oh.
I would say so, yeah. It's a conjuration spell. It works. It's pretty interesting. I made it a bit ago, not knowing if I would even be able to give it to your party, but I feel like it'd be very interesting for you. So that's pretty much what it is. Allows you to summon 3 different types. Your choice of which version you summon. There's the Titan, the Knight, and the Colossus. It's a little interesting. It is based off of another spell in the Conjuration field, so you might recognize it, Seer.
Honestly, it almost looks like it looks. Oh, it looks like it's based off of the aberration one. I think. No. Bite sword. Insert. Oh no, from the devil. Right. I think summon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah. And we can kind of flavor it more to be for you, more, fungus based. So maybe instead of like an incinerating meme, we could do something else. I just thought it would be interesting to like give you another spell that you could use that kind of ties into you being a Warforged and having this kind of like connection. Hey, no problem. I liked your answer. It was a very, very good answer.
Man, oh man.
Yeah. That's the official end of the session, though. I just wanted to get that out there.
Nice.